Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today this is going to be a model build.
Yes it is.
Of this thing, this car. This car is pretty cool. We saw it on a TV show and then we thought maybe we should make a model of that.
Okay. Yes, guys, let's do story time here.
Basically, long story short.
Yeah, that's kind of how it happened actually, because we saw this on the Rest Valley Restorers from Netflix.
Check out that show.
Yeah, check out that show.
Yeah, 2 seasons of coolness.
Now, they didn't do a Thunderbolt. They did a 64 Ford Fairlane, and they put it with the patina finish. Now, this one is obviously way more of a racing style. So, what we're going to do, and I thought, okay, so Leo really liked that car. He's like, oh, I want a Thunderbolt. And I'm like, okay. And just happened to find a Revell kit that was out there. And so I got this last year, and it's 2020's that film, so I got this in 2019. And I meant to do it with to actually mimic the patina. So the patina is the sort of rust and faded paint. So we're not going to do faded paint. We're actually going to do this, which is a France blue. So we're going to do the France blue with some rust effects. Now I've never used rust before, but I have the primer and I've got the rust powder from Vallejo. And so the star of our channel is going to be helping me choose. This isn't going to be a one-to-one of that Netflix car, I don't think, but there are enough pictures online where I could come reasonably close. I just won't be able to get the faded look of the blue and then clear it. So, alright, so and I do have clear coat as well, which we'll be doing after. So basically what we need to do is I need to paint this and basically build the body first, then we need to add the rust, and then we need to basically prime it again. So there's a lot of steps to using that. This is the glass, we don't need that. And everything is all together here, so hold on.
Oh, here's the rims.
Okay, there's the rims, yeah.
I found out the rims that I like.
So we've got these super skinny tires, which I don't think we're using. We've got regular tires, which look better. And then we've got these racing tires, which we'll be adding to the back of this. And so Leo's going to pick the rims in a moment here, but we're going to say there's only 100 Thunderbolts made by Ford, and it was a 427. Wow, that's a pretty big engine for this. Okay, so here's some stickers. They're gold stickers.
Ah, gold's my favorite color.
Yes, it is. So I don't know if we're going to be using any of those. We do have instrument cluster stickers though, so we'll probably be using that. Let's put those aside. And this is the 2-in-1, so there's different options here. I just want to look at the tires real quick and make sure I don't have to customize them to make them fit. Where are they? So I think we have a choice of hoods. I think we have a Cowl Induction racing hood, and I think we may also just have a regular hood. Okay, so which rims do you want?
Well, let's see. On the back of basically
there's chrome parts here.
The one on the package.
Which we don't need.
I found it. It's the second one here.
Okay, so Leo likes these rims here. I like these blue ones. I think those are cool, but Leo likes these, so this car is being built for him. And actually, I can show you the box, I guess. We'll do that real quick. Here's some of the options here for this Ford Fairlane Thunderbolt. Now, I'm not a big Ford guy, but in fact, I think outside of the Spawn truck, I don't think I have any. But this looks like a really cool kit. Okay, so let me have those back. No, the other those. There you go. Alright, so you chose these. The ones on top, I think, are the ones you picked.
Yeah.
And those should be okay, I think, for the racing slicks. Let's just look here real quick. Drag slick. So yeah, that'll be fine. Alright, so that's great, we'll do that. And then let's bust this open. I need that box back, buddy. Alright, we're gonna bust this box open here, guys. And okay, let me have that paper over there too. Okay. All right, guys. So we're just gonna take a look here at what's in the bag.
The mystery bag.
All right.
The item we have
Yes.
is the car body.
Yeah, we'll grab the car body first. So here's the taillights. Put those over there. Okay. So this one we're just gonna shoot in the French blue. Well, this is looking a lot like a little bit of flash here. Actually, that'll come out. I might have to do a little sanding on this first, but not bad. Most of the Revell kits are pretty good to go. Okay, so and we actually do have, so we have the Cowl Induction hood that actually isn't opened. It's just bigger. So we have that hood. Let's see if we have two hoods. Oh yeah, here's the second hood.
Oh, I like the second hood.
So which hood do you like better? Do you
second
like
hood?
This one?
Yeah, I want the normal hood on it.
Leo likes the normal one as opposed to the teardrop hood. So we'll do that. The interior bucket. What color do you want the interior?
Let's see. Black with blue stripes.
Black with blue stripes in a French blue car?
I mean, red stripes. You know, just anything that gets a, retro color to it.
I have a nice sky blue. I think that's the color this is going to be going in. And maybe we'll leave the seats white. White seats always look kind of cool. Alright, so we'll put that there for now. And then of course we have this, which are some center caps, but I don't think we need these.
Radiator.
Yeah, radiators there.
Radiator springs.
Yep. Alright, and we've got this. So this part will be going silver. Let's take that off of that actually. See how much stuff there is. The engine's going to be blue for this one as well.
Wow, what kind of blue? French blue or sky blue? Who knows?
No,
it's dark blue.
Yeah, it's going to be a darker blue. Yeah.
Wow, we're going to have an all blue car when this is finished.
It's going to be it's going to be dark blue on the engine. The inside of that will be French blue. And it's going to be a lighter blue for the interior, which it should look pretty cool. Okay. So there are some things. I might do a paint video on this. I'm not 100% yet. There's a lot of brushwork on this though. A lot more than normal. Oh, what are these things? Okay, so we got, this looks like the back of a seat. There's a lot of these things that are busted off. What happened here?
Probably when you turned it over.
No, well, it might have just shook in shipping or something. But okay, so that's all it is. Okay guys, so for the aerosol section, we really only have these two things here, and once that's done, we're gonna have to reprime it. But this actually isn't bad. This tail section though, let's just look here real quick and make sure we don't have anything else. Tail section is okay. There's a bumper there. The bumper, I believe, needs to be. Let's see if the bumper is. We got a couple bumpers. It's not bumpers.
I want the normal bumper and the normal front.
No, there's not bumper options. I just want to. Okay, they're both. So this is the front. This is the back.
I want the normal.
Sorry, I got it backwards. This is the back. This is the front.
I want the normal front one.
Oh, there's two front grills.
Yeah, I want the normal front.
Wait, no, there's not. Oh, there's only one. Wait, what? Hold on here. Yeah. Okay. So it goes like this, and then here's the front grill.
Yeah.
Oh, this is cool. Yeah. Okay. All right. The good part about this is I don't need to paint any bumpers. So this is all we've got, guys. This is actually a really simple paint. Wow, this is cool. I haven't had this simple of a paint for. I can't remember the last time I had this simple of a paint. So, all right, guys, we're gonna get set up and shoot this stuff in the garage. And guys, we'll be back and see you down in Spider Central for either a run through the paints or perhaps even a painting section. Alright, we'll see you down there. Alright, so we've got the bottom of the car painted in a silver leaf. And here is how the French blue looks on the shell. Very pretty. There is, I don't know if you guys can see them, there is some little speckles in the hood and a little bit on the side of the car. It's not really visible. I mean, it's really hard to see, and mostly it's a textural thing. And I think what happened is a little bit of dust got in the paint after it was painted, but we're going for a little bit of a distressed look anyway, so that's not the end of the world. It is not affecting the color, and if anything, it actually adds a little bit of metal flake almost. It's really an odd effect. I'm not quite sure what actually fell in there, but okay. So the paints that we're going to be using for the rust effects. So the process is going to be, I already shot the aerosols. This is drying kind of odd, so I'm going to let this sit another day. I am going to do a painting section, I think, for at least some of this stuff. I'm going to be painting the tub. The tub is going to go sky blue. The engine is going to be blue metallic, and then the seats are going to be white. The steering wheel will be gold. And there's just a couple other things I have to paint in there as well. So we've got the Vallejo rust effect and the pigment binder. So those two things together, I've never used those, so I need to learn how to use that still. But that will be the next painting step after this, where we add some rust effects to it, and then I need to clear it. But I need to do that before I put any glass in it. So we'll be doing that. Probably, I think the hood I'm just going to leave as is. I don't think we're going to add any rust effects to the hood. I think it'll just be the rest of the car. But we'll see. We might add some to the hood. It's hard to tell. I'd prefer not to, because that way I don't have to clear it. But, well, you know, whatever. So, also sky blue as I mentioned, and metallic blue as I mentioned. Regular blue X4 I will be using on just one section, which will be, where is it? It's those flaps which I think go behind the tires. We're going to be using that blue. Black and white, because I'm using white. I'm going to try not to paint white, but it's there basically for fixes if I need it. Model Masters Blue Pearlescent, Model Masters Amber Metallic. We've also got Tester's Gold, Tester Steel, Tester Silver as always, and that's really gonna basically be our paints. So it seems like a lot, but these two are just for the rust. There's 3 different blues, 4 different blues actually. So if you take away the blues, and of course the accent pipes there, but there are a few different colors that I need to paint on this. So here's the trees that I've got to get done. So the next section I think will be at least painting some of this stuff, but you can see I've already got the seats separated. Those are I'm gonna put those off to the side. Dashboard, so that actually is something I'm gonna be going with on this as well. I'm gonna go with a white dash, which I think will be kind of interesting. I don't usually go with the white dash, but because we're going with so much white as far as on the seats, I think I'm going to try to mask off the back seats and leave those white also. I'm still kicking that around, but just leaving that white I think will look kind of cool. It'll be a nice little contrast to the interior tub. So blue and white go together pretty well, so I think that'll look pretty good. But so outside of that though, there will be color on I think probably the majority of this stuff. Not everything has to be painted though, which is it's been a while since I've done one of these. So where that's been the case, it'll be interesting to see just what comes about here. Kind of getting this put together, and of course we have the Molotov chrome. Now, so that does bring up an interesting point with the chrome. Whereas I'm not going to actually weather the chrome. I'm just going to leave the chrome as is, and I can see there's a little detail. You guys can see it right there behind the rear window. So I don't know, some of these touches, I might do that in silver because silver is going to read differently than chrome will. That might be what I wind up doing. I haven't quite decided how to do some of the detailing on this yet. We're not mimicking the actual car. In fact, their car was a much lighter blue than this. But this is a really gorgeous blue. So ours is going to be closer, I think, to something that rolled off the factory, just with rust effects added to it. So it was well kept, except for the rust, I guess. But Star of our channel has wanted to have a rust effect vehicle, and he really liked the Fairlane. So we're using that as inspiration, just like we did with the lens pane build for the AMT Super B, and you guys can check out that as well in the model build playlist. But anyway, we're gonna get set up with the cameras here and everything, and we're gonna get some color on these things, and we'll do another painting section. We will see you then. Alright guys, so start of the channel has helped me add rather, some rust effects here. And might have went a little overboard. Just a touch, but tomorrow I'm going to clear these. So we got bumpers, we got the grill. It's a lot subtler in the grill. We've got, but it makes up for it everywhere else. So I'm not going to be doing striping. I'm not going to be doing any decals on this, I don't think. So I don't really have clean places to work with any longer. But we're going to let this rust dry tonight, the rust effects, and he's also rust affecting some Hot Wheels, some monster trucks. So those will be on our Twitter feed if you guys want to check any of that out. But I just wanted to, before I get into assembly, I just want to kind of show this part because I had to glue on the door handles and also had to do the bumpers here. I think I'm gonna have to take everything else out of the tree because I don't really want to. I think it's just windshield wipers that's left, but I don't want to clear those, and we're gonna leave those. I think those are probably just gonna stay chrome, so I don't think I'm gonna mess with those. I go back and forth. I might actually paint over the door handles and the chrome a little bit with a different tone. So actually using this, because this one has a really cool effect, this Tamiya chrome silver, and it has lost enough of its thinner component over time that it's got this really chunky, crusty textured sort of thing to it now, which is, it'll look really cool I think in the two-tone, so I think we might do that actually as well. So that's kind of what I'm planning is to do. I'm going to put that on probably the windshield wipers, and I think probably also the door handles. But the thing with the windshield wipers, I don't want to do too much of that because you can always just replace those. So that one I don't want to go too crazy on. But anyway, so right now we're just waiting for the binder that's with this pigment to set, and that'll be overnight. And then tomorrow I'm gonna clear this. I have started a little bit of assembly, and you'll see that coming up in the next spot. But I just kind of wanted to keep everybody up to date on where I'm going with this project, just because I'm doing a bunch of different steps kind of simultaneously. So it's a really interesting build. I will say this Vallejo pigment and pigment binder system is really easy to use. So if you're thinking about doing rust effects, I'd say don't be afraid, just dive right in. So, but anyway, we'll be back for assembly coming up next. Okay, guys, and so we are back with car.
We tried to do a patina, but it just straight up went into barn find mode.
Yeah, so this is definitely more of a barn find. You can see we've added very heavy rust effects into it. Both the Star and myself actually did the rust effects on here. I started as a patina. Leo decided he really liked rust and wanted way more of it. So of course that's what we have.
There's actually paint discoloration on the other side too.
Oh yeah. We'll get to that in a second. So this side I added a little bit of roughness. We busted up the striping, and
the interior and the rims look like
the interior. The interior looks brand new.
And the rims and the tires look all brand new.
And the rims and the tires, yeah.
I guess somebody actually found it because I have an entire story to go with this.
Well, we've got. Hold on, we've got. We'll get to that in a second. But we've got. We'll talk about this hood too in a second. But the let's look at the rest of this. So you can see here from the side. We'll take a shot here at the bottom, and you can see just. I actually just ran it right off the headers. I just pulled the rest of the exhaust off. Just pretty much standard stuff here. I didn't go with any crazy color mods because I was still building it kind of as a race car. But you can see we added a whole bunch of this. We rusted out the whole. Hopefully that's actually coming through. We rusted out the Ford chrome badging right there. You can see this would be the FORD. That's all gone.
Ouch!
You can see a lot of rust on the bumper here. Over on the other side, we had. I'm not completely clear on what happened here, but it actually works. So the barn find, we've got a kind of a distressed look going on here to it, and this actually worked really, really well with that. This inadvertent paint discoloration. I'm not quite sure what happened. If the binder reacted to the clear coat, or I have no idea how to do this, guys. No idea how this effect happened, but it looks really cool and it fits in really nicely with the barn find. And so once we started to go to barn find, it changed the build quite a bit. We've got a little bit of rust here on the grill. I did knock out the interior headlights so that we could use them as air scoops. So we actually have air scoops for the Ram Air, and of course we've got this bumper that just has a ton of rust on it.
The bumper part, the interior headlights. That actually kind of fits in pretty well with the motif.
Yeah, and it gets into sleeper car territory here, guys. You can see we've got a brand spanking new engine here. There's no decay of any kind. This thing is chromed out. It's as maxed out of an engine as you can get.
Maybe the guy who got it restored it,
So you could use it as a sleeper car. We moved away from the Netflix car though, and more into a patina. I don't like this hood. So this hood, there's two settings. You can see it's on this one that actually allows you to open it up. If you push it to the one farther back, it actually pushes it farther, but then you can't open the hood. So I don't understand why they had two hood settings. I found that kind of tedious. Overall, this model there was some really weird stuff in the assembly of this that is unusual for Revell. There you can see one of the windows is knocked out slightly. So there's just a lot of distressed touches to this that it was a lot of fun to do that. We do have the wider tires on the back and everything. So we've got irregular rust on it. That was the Vallejo pigment binder and the rust, as I showed you guys earlier. We also did a bunch of Hot Wheels and monster trucks and stuff. If you want to see how those came out, go to our Twitter feed. That's where the posting is on there. But it was a lot of fun.
We got an incredibly rusted out, fender.
Yeah, that one fender, yeah. And then it's a gold steering wheel, of course, too. I love this white interior. That I think is my favorite thing. The whiteout seats, the whiteout dash. That's my favorite part, I think, of this whole build. But the engine also didn't fit particularly well, so I should probably point that out. I'm just skipping around here, I guess, to different subjects. But it was a lot of fun, I think, to rust this out. What did you think, buddy?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
Leo loves rusting stuff out. So he had a blast with the Hot Wheels. He had a blast with the monster trucks.
Yep, that is some discoloration there.
Yeah, and when it came down to this, when I said we were going to do this, because we did this in the middle of the build, so when you guys are seeing the assembly section, this actually the rust and the distress look was going on at that time. We got on the roof there too, above the back glass. I don't know if you can actually see me pull it in. Oh, hang on, you got to move it this way, buddy. No, turn it toward, face it towards you, face the car towards you. Okay, guys, I don't know if you can see it right there. I added a little bit of rust to the. You just moved it again to the right there, guys. You can see it to this right there to this back glass thing. So, but this was a lot of fun to do. Leo's been wanting to do some distressed look, either dioramas or vehicles for a while. He's gotten really heavily into the Mad Max thing, and so I knew he wanted this car because we watched that Rush Brothers last year, and he wanted it then. I got it. I just didn't have time to do it last year, and so I knew he wanted the car. He really liked the car. I like the stance of this car a lot also. And then once we got into the idea of doing a patina and rust effects and stuff like that, like, he really jumped on board with that. You had a lot of fun with the rust, huh? And there's so many different pigments from Vallejo. You can do just different colored dirts and muds and everything else. But I think that looking at this from the front is pretty. I really like this actually. This looks really cool. That is just a really cool looking model. This was a blast though. And the good thing with it being distressed is there's no runs or any paint errors like that, but just like the overall aesthetic, if you get some funky stuff going on, just really works in the distressed part of things. You know, like this one, barn find. It was under a tarp, except for that area. All the striping I broke up when I put the striping on the side of it, so that we would have striping that had aged and cracked and everything.
In my story, that it was never covered with the tarp.
Never covered with the tarp? Well, the paint is really new on this, so that's kind of why I was thinking we'd say, well, it was probably covered by a tarp. And then just a patch of sunlight hit the side. But Leo is writing a story, or generating a story about the history, I believe, of this particular vehicle, to explain why it has such a gorgeous interior and a brand new engine and brand new tires, and also a brand new undercarriage. Like the chassis and undercarriage, there is no distress going on under here. This is as flawless as you could hope for in a car. So I'm interested to see what you come up with. Just the shell is rusty right now.
I can even tell you
all of the shell, but just the shell.
I can even tell you the story of what I have so far for this.
Yeah, so Leo's working on that story, guys. Do this. This video is getting a little long. We don't want it to run super long, but guys, do this. Leave us a comment. Hit the like button. Let us know if you're interested in finding out what Leo's history for this is going to be, guys. And we'll shoot a separate video to see what he comes up with. But there it is, guys. The 64 Ford Fairlane Thunderbolt. I didn't add the Thunderbolt graphics to it, just because I went back and forth between a passenger car like the Rush Brothers was, and then this actual racer like the box is, and I kind of settled on a compromise between the two of them. But
this looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I am really happy with how this came out. This is those rims. The rims that Leo picked for this are just gorgeous, with that blue backing on the tires. Did you see that? I put blue behind there, this darker blue. So you've got this really nice, deep, creamy, dark blue behind there. Like if you look at the engine is actually a darker blue metallic too, although I think it gets lost in all that chrome. But I guess, can you see the blue engine? You can't see it from here. Oh, there it is. You can look underneath and see it. But this has got 3 different blues on it right now. Wait, 4. Sorry, 4. This has got 4 different blues. So La Franche blue on the outside. It's got sky blue on the inside, which I think came out really, really cool. It's just different enough. You can see it there through the window. Here, let's close in on that actually. You can see it just through the window there. It's just different enough to give it just a touch of contrast. And then we've got two different dark blues. We've got the regular Tamiya blue, and we've got the Tamiya metallic blue on the engine. So the Tamiya regular blue is on the wheel. So yeah, just this was, at times the mold was a little bit frustrating putting this together just because of some of the weird choices that Revell was making, but overall the effect that it came out at was just spectacular. But anyway guys, there it is. This is I think this is definitely one of the few that Leo has ever helped me paint. I don't think he's helped me paint. This is the first one you helped me paint, right?
Except for the tires, I think. For the Ghost Rider car.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. So as far as the actual body though, doing this much work, this is the first one that Leo got to be my partner on, and that was a lot of fun too, actually. Good work, buddy.
I like how it came out.
Yeah, me too.
It's kind of fancy, but it's also kind of a barn find at the same time.
It is, yeah. But there it is, guys. Our look at the Revell 1964 Ford Fairlane Thunderbolt, guys. If you did enjoy it, please give us the old thumbs up, guys. Hit the red subscribe button if you haven't done so already, guys. I don't know if there will be the blue notification or comments available. If there is, please feel free to use them if you care to do that, guys. Whether or not, please come follow us on our Twitter feed, where updates the channel and Revell and myself pretty much as soon as they happen. You can comment to videos, and of course, there is the different display shots. So if Leo puts this in a display, that will be the actual display itself will be on Twitter. And as I said, all the Hot Wheels and all the Hot Wheels monster trucks that we practiced on are already on Twitter for you guys to check out and to see what you guys thought about that. It was interesting, different combinations and stuff, guys. So
the dry one came out the best.
The which one?
The dry effect.
Yeah, there's a dry effect and there's multiple effects, guys, and Leo liked the dry one, but it's a little bit more time consuming. But yeah, I mean, this one was just we did I think we did both actually, and then I just cleared over it. So, but all right, guys, there it is. One last look, and we will see you all next time.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.